Annamaya Kosha. Tatha Karta, Karta is the Vijnanamaya Kosha, the intellect. Karanamcha Prithak Vidham, our that mind, it is the Karana. Asta Prithak Chesta. Chesta is our the Pranamaya Kosha. And Daiva, it is the fifth Kosha, that is the Karana Sarira, it is called Anandamaya Kosha. In fact, these 5 things will be included. But how to control, how to manage these 5 koshas? This is only possible through yoga education. That Indian Yoga Association, it has it has invited all the traditions, yoga tradition, and we all are involved in our own way, contributing in our own way for yoga, education, research and extension. And now I take this opportunity to thank all those people, especially our Prime Minister who has spread yoga over the world, and all the present yoga gurus who are spreading yoga across different countries. So it is a wonderful thing that our humanity is transforming, our humanity is progressing spiritually, and we need peace in the world. And how to transform these Panchakosas that is mentioned in our Shastras, Taittiriya Upanishad, how to transform that one. So yoga is a tool, you can think of it as a tool. Of course, yoga is a state also. Yogastha Kuru Karmani, Shangam Tattva Dhananjaya, Siddha Siddho, Nirvikara Karta, no, sorry. That he is telling that Yogastha Kuru Karmani, Shangam Tattva Dhananjaya. So, Yogastha Kuru Karmani, so you do karma remaining in yoga. So, yoga is the state in which you will be remaining in a particular state of that I am consciousness, this state. So, this is the highest yoga that we are practicing, that is called that Jnana Yoga. Of course, it is a very difficult thing, that for that you have to, what is required is the Vairagya. So Vairagya is required, and apart from that, another thing is required is the concentration. And concentration is possible. That is mentioned in our that Patanjali Yoga Sutra also. That Abhyasane tu kaunteya Vairagyana cha grihate. And Abhyasa is that concentrating the mind. Concentrating the mind, and of course, we think that mind is only conscious, but it's not like that. We are having conscious, subconscious, unconscious mind, and how to control that one. So that is our goal, how to transform ourselves. And all our Purusharthas are made by yoga, physical yoga, whatever we are doing, it's very popular and it's a great scope in the world that people want, the yoga teachers, and who you are present here as a yoga teacher and spreading it. Somehow they are getting artha also, kama also, but dharma is also required, how to apply the viveka. So that is also important. And how to transform our the viveka towards inside. So that is another thing. People want peace, and peace is very difficult to get because peace is not in outside; it is inside. And it is possible if we calm our mind. So yoga involves 2 things. One is how to manipulate the panchakosas through that hatha yoga, through pranayama, through that mental concentration, dharana, dhyana, and samadhi. And ultimately to achieve our last goal, that is freedom. Freedom is the goal. So education that ultimately gives freedom, and freedom is possible through knowledge. So that we are pursuing as a Ramakrishna Mission member. I can assure you that we are committed to that one, and to some extent we are also involved in yoga education, research and extension. To that our students also, young students also, as well as we are teaching the lay people. And we have a number of courses that involves that Upanishad, that is the highest form of yoga, Gita also, that is called Yoga Shastra. And apart from that, Patanjali Yoga Sutra is also there. We are teaching lay people, and they are very much interested both in theory as well as practical, and that is very needed. Especially you will see that India has just it's come to at a particular stage in which Rajaguna is increasing. That is a good sign. From Tamaguna, India has come to a state in which we are prospering in every field. And for doing any work, I told that 5 things are required and how to train that one. So we have to take help of yoga. We have to first transform ourselves. Swami Vivekananda told that be good and do good. Be good. For what purpose? So he is telling that every soul is potentially divine and the goal is to just reach the divinity within, find the divinity within. So that, and how to do that one? Swamiji then mentions that yoga is not only that one tradition, like there will be thousands of traditions, some tradition we are already having and we have to preserve that one. And that different institutes, Kaivalya Dham also is doing lots of work there to preserve our scriptures, to preserve our tradition. Indian Yoga Association is also doing that one. It's one of the main purpose is to preserve the tradition. But if somebody wants to preserve the tradition, wants to live the life, and we are living that one. We are living that one, and of course it is not that easy. It is difficult, but it is a path of joy also. We are getting lots of joy when we practice yoga, and when we connect ourselves within our state of consciousness, and we are spreading this message to the whatever possible in our ways, that to our countrymen, to take this one, to take yoga and to transform their life, to transform the society. Somebody is telling that yoga is not only for one selfish purpose. Artha, Kama, Dharma, Moksha is not only for oneself, it is for the society. So somebody is telling that they alone live who live for others. They are more dead than alive. So we have to take into consideration the law of karma also. If we do something for others, it will come back to us in a very good form. And that is the purpose of life. And that makes life meaningful. And another thing I just mentioned you, that is that quote of Swami Vivekananda, and it is from the Kathopanishad. He is telling that, of course, we know that what is the goal, and we know what are the tools available to us. That is the yoga tools, and yoga has different aspects, that Jnana Yoga, Bhakti Yoga, Raja Yoga, Karma Yoga, Hatha Yoga, and so many other yogas are also there. So tools are also available, teachers are also available, and one thing is required, that we must inspire ourselves to attain that particular stage. We must not be satisfied with simply Hatha Yoga or Pranayama or something like that. Some higher yogas are there. So we must inspire ourselves, and for that, Swami Vivekananda spoke that arise, awake, and stop not till the goal is reached. Uttistata, Jagrata, Prapya, Varan Nibodhatha. So all the yoga teachers who have come here inspire themselves and inspire others. Thank you all, and thank you for your patience.
Thanks a lot to Kalishanandaji, Swami Kalishanandaji. And now I will request Sunil Kumar Datto, the Secretary of YSAB, to come on the stage. South Chowbish Pargana Secretary Sunil Kumar Datto sir to come on the stage. Please come on the stage. And I will request the Joint President of Yoga, Lakshmi Narayan Shaha and Pariksit Shaha also to come on the stage. I will request Srimati Lakshmi Narayan Shaha and